The relationship between springtime and mental health challenges, including symptoms of bipolar disorder, psychosis, anxiety, and dissociation, has been explored in scientific literature. While seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is most commonly associated with winter depression, seasonal patterns in other mental health conditions are also recognized. Here's an overview of the phenomena and proposed explanations. Patterns. Studies have documented seasonal variations in bipolar disorder, with manic or hypomanic episodes more frequently reported in spring and summer. Depressive episodes, conversely, often peak in late autumn or winter. Proposed mechanisms. Light exposure. Increased daylight in spring may disrupt circadian rhythms, triggering manic symptoms in susceptible individuals. Light affects melatonin production, which regulates sleep-wake cycles, and abrupt changes may destabilize mood. Temperature and social activity. Warmer weather and longer days may increase social interaction, physical activity, or sensory stimulation, potentially overactivating reward pathways in the brain. Allostatic load. The transition from winter to spring involves physiological adjustments, for example, hormonal shifts, which could stress the body's regulatory systems. Seasonal triggers. Light and dopamine. Exposure to bright light may increase dopamine synthesis, a neurotransmitter implicated in psychosis. Elevated dopamine levels are linked to sensory overload and perceptual disturbances. Sleep disruption. The shift to daylight saving time, spring forward, can fragment sleep patterns. Sleep deprivation is a known risk factor for psychotic symptoms and dissociative states. Allergies and inflammation. Spring pollen can trigger immune responses. Some research suggests inflammation may exacerbate psychosis or dissociation by altering brain function. Environmental and social factors. Routine changes. Spring often coincides with life transitions, for example, academic deadlines, job changes, which may heighten stress and anxiety. Sensory overload. Increased light, noise, and social demands can overwhelm individuals with sensory sensitivities. Evolutionary mismatch. The season's association with renewal and productivity might create societal pressure to be active, worsening anxiety in those who feel unable to meet expectations. Circadian rhythm shifts. Rapid changes in daylight can desynchronize internal clocks, affecting mood-regulating neurotransmitters like serotonin. Vitamin D. Fluctuations. After winter deficiencies, rising vitamin D levels in spring might paradoxically influence mood in unpredictable ways for some. Pollution and allergens. Higher pollen counts and air pollution in spring could contribute to systemic inflammation, potentially impacting mental health. While seasonal trends exist in population-level studies, individual responses vary widely. Cultural, geographic, and genetic factors, for example, latitude, sensitivity to light, also play roles. For example, a 2018 meta-analysis found spring peaks in hospitalizations for psychosis, but not all regions or individuals show this pattern. Spring's association with mental health challenges is a multifactorial phenomenon involving biological, environmental, and social mechanisms. Research continues to investigate these links, emphasizing the complexity of how seasonal changes interact with neurobiology. Clinicians often recommend monitoring symptoms seasonally and tailoring interventions, for example, stabilizing sleep, managing light exposure for at-risk individuals.